Welcome everybody to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We're going to follow all the action that took place at Parx. We had our friends from Del Val Equine that came and had their annual day. Plus, former Horse of the Year Aoife's Magic is back on the track. Lots of local races and national races to catch up. But the Del Val Equine program from Del Val University came, they had their annual day. Now, these are students learning all aspects of the equine industry, some pre-vet, some administrators, some might be trainers, and they came and shared the day with us.
It's always a cool day out here at Parx, Dani, and you and I got to visit Del Val up in Doylestown a couple of years ago. It's a great program run by great people. Yeah,
and Corey Kieschnick, the program administrator, was here, and we got to speak with her.
We're so excited to be here. This is our 4th year here for Del Val Day at Parx. We have almost 50 students that we brought with us. We've got faculty and staff, and we're here to learn more about everything that goes on here at Parx, and that includes on the back side, the media side, the trainers, the jockeys, the president of the PTHA, right? Everything that's going into it. We're going to watch some races, and we're going to get some scholarship money for these students, which is so exciting.
This is my 2nd year coming. It's really cool getting to hear from all the different speakers. So far we've heard from a vet, an assistant trainer, and a farrier, and it's really interesting to learn about all the different positions that are available at a racetrack.
Have you ever been to the track before?
I've only been to Parx, so I came last year and then again this year.
So what's your thoughts on the whole horse racing industry?
I think it's really fascinating. It's really cool. I feel like it's so different than any other equine industry, and I think it's really interesting to see like both how it impacts the horses while they're in their racing career, and then also afterwards all the thoroughbreds coming into other industries.
So at Del Val I study equine science breeding, which I decided to study that because I'm super interested in thoroughbred breeding. So that's why I was so excited that we got to come out here today to see the races, and like especially the 2-year-olds and seeing how they're doing, especially since they like just came out of the sale last year and now they're on the track. So it's a great experience.
I'm a big fan of the hands-on learning and the opportunities they give us. I work at the breeding center on campus, so I get to see a lot of the foaling and like medical treatments and behind the scenes. So even though we don't have thoroughbreds, we do standard breds, so it's kind of a full circle moment, like seeing them be born and then coming to the racetrack and seeing the horses here.
It's really been a day that we all look forward to. Of course, 5 $1,000 scholarships were awarded to some very happy students, and they got to enjoy great speakers and races, and hopefully some were invigorated to come work in our amazing industry.
Yeah, come on out, get involved.
Well, let's get to local races. Monday's 8th race. This is the return of Horse of the Year Aoife's Magic, but she is not the favorite. Center Court Champ is back with Bobby Moscow.
Yeah, 3 to 5 reclaimed Jack Armstrong and Bobby Moscow. But yeah, Aoife's Magic was really the story here. Had not raced in 14.5 months, had knee surgery, 3 screws inserted. Took a long time, obviously, to get her back, but they took their time, and they think this daughter of the great Smarty Jones could be ready for a big effort, Dani.
Well, we'll see. Here it is, Monday's 8th.
Center Court Champ leads the way. She has about 1.5 lengths over Aoife's Magic. Then it's Do It. Coco's Vivian skims the rail in 4th. Our Uptown Girl, she's in 5th, getting a little bit closer. Dr. Abby Mary Q is at the back, 22-1. They head into the far turn, and with that lead, Center Court Champ. Aoife's Magic chases in 2nd. She's trying to close that gap. And it's Do It. Coco's Vivian, Our Uptown Girl. Those 3 in a line. Back to Dr. Abby, Mary Q. She's at the back. And Center Court Champ has some company coming. Aoife's Magic off of that big layoff looms to the outside. There's a 1/4 mile to go. Center Court Champ has led from the jump on the outside. Aoife's Magic trying to make a race of it and reel in Center Court Champ, who has a little bit more left in the tank. She is fighting on. Aoife's Magic in between horses. Coco's Vivian, Do It on the seam late. Aoife's Magic comes right back at Center Court Champ, who's fighting on. There's a 16th left. Aoife's Magic, Center Court Champ, Dr. Abby gaining late. Aoife's Magic has the lead. Dr. Abby nails her at the wire.
Well, Aoife's Magic had a great comeback performance. It looked like she was a winner, but she was not. Dr. Abby, who I have to say looked fascinating in the paddock. She loves Parx, and if I was able to tout her before the race, I certainly would have at 14-1. She looked great that day.
Oh, yeah, Aoife's Magic did everything but win. Dani had the toughest trip, had to chase the really good speed horse and Center Court Champ, took the lead late, and then, as you said, got run down by a good horse from Penn, who likes it here at Parx, but no disappointment, I don't think, other than not winning for Aoife's Magic and the folks around her.
Yeah, this is a great race, and I'm sure we'll see Dr. Abby back here for our friends friends with Bush Racing. They were just thrilled. First off, the claim for Tim Kreiser and Angel Rodriguez. We see that team up do so well up at Penn. Well, they did great here at Parx. But we're going to go to our first break, but we have more on the Queen filly, Aoife's Magic, and of course more racing coming up after this break.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw. I'm tapped in, I'm tapped in. But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Bet Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
Okay, why Nissan? Nissan just makes sense. You get the best mix of style, reliability, and tech without breaking the bank.
Why Chapman Nissan?
It's our team. We make sure you're not just getting any deal, but you're getting the right deal. We're friendly, transparent, and really want you to love what you drive. We make it easy to drive off in a Nissan you want at a price you'll really feel great about. We take care of people with top-notch service, flexible financing, and a no-pressure vibe that is truly stress-free. Huge selection, a great price, and a team that's got your back. That's us. Chapman Nissan.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's been a lot of fun to watch the daughter of Smarty Jones, Aoife's Magic, and all her success, and to see her come back in such a powerful way. Of course, her trainer, Dave DiTolo, and owner, Art Hetherington, they're so proud of this filly, and you could just see the love they have for her.
As they should be. And I texted Pat Chapman early in the day. I said, you got to watch Aoife's Magic in her comeback race. Not really knowing how she would run, but man, she popped the gate. She ran great. And after the race, I got a chance to catch up with Dave DiTolo and Art Hetherington. Dave, it's been 14 months. You're getting her back. What did you think of her performance today?
I think she runs so good. She just come up a little empty at the end. I mean, other than that, I can't ask her to do much more than what she did today.
And what was happening in those 14 months? What did you have to do to get her back to the races?
Well, I mean, first, of course, she had surgery on the one knee. She got a couple screws in there, and so we kicked her down in Florida for 6-7 months. And then I let him jog her for a month. And she's been back with us since, what, April, I think? Yeah. And Art was great. Just let me take my time, do what I want with her. She was working at first, and she wasn't really working. She was like, so I just waited and waited. And then when she started to work like she works, I said, well, now it's time to push the button and get her ready to go. And she's ready to go, so.
I thought from looking at this might have been her best performance ever, given who she was running against and the fact that she hadn't run in over a year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think she's better now than she was before because she's bigger, she's stronger. She's just such a nice filly to work with.
14 months, Art, was it worth the wait to see that kind of performance today from her?
Yes. It was worth it just to get her back.
Right.
Dave really did a great job. I mean, he took his time. He made sure that she was working well. And then we went. I mean, it's been hard to get a race for her. They didn't fill. So this one was a tough race, but she ran really, really well. I mean, for a while, I was pretty sure she was going to do it.
Yep. And what was the operation? What did she need to have with her knee? What was going
on? From what I understand, she had a stress fracture in the knee, and she had to have 3 screws put in to put the knee back together again.
Well, we got to see a bigger, stronger filly, Aoife's Magic. Of course, she's now 4. Excited to see what she does this year. And what could we see from her next?
So October 22nd, Danny, the Disco Chick, $75,000 from PA bred PA sire. That's the plan for Dave DiTolo and Art. They're going to run her back there. $75,000 stake, going 7/8. And on Monday, Polar Magic, the full sister, again by Smarty Jones, owned by Art, trained by Dave. And they're both saying, well, more Dave than Art, but saying she might actually be better than Aoife's Magic. I wrote about all of it on Let'sGoRacingParx.com this week.
Well, pretty cool for them, and we'll root on that sister of Aoife this Monday. Well, let's get to some more racing right here from Parx. We're taking a look at Tuesday's 8th. A mile, fillies and mares, optional claiming $55,000, but $100,000 claiming tag in there. And our favorite is Pachelbel.
Yeah, Pachelbel's just a 4-5 favorite. It's just another horse. I love these old horses that just like to win, Danny, right? 40 starts, 10 wins, 11 seconds, 7 thirds, fires every time.
And Morning Matcha, she was so successful before. We've seen her ship a lot. She gets to run right from her home stall today.
So the 6-year-old mare has won over $1 million the hard way, race by race by race. Maybe she doesn't quite have the pop she used to have, but you know what? In the right spot, at the right time, look out.
Yeah, here it is, Tuesday's 8th.
Nature's Candy, she has that lead. Jean Marie, she chases now into second. Eclair Blanc, she's in third, flanked to the outside by Dancing on My Own. Paco Bell, she's into fifth, and Morning Matcha, she is at the back. They continue on chasing Nature's Candy. Dancing on My Own moves into that second spot. Jean Marie, Paco Bell beginning to advance. She's now right on the outside into that third spot. Eclair Blanc, Petite Filly, she's in between horses. And at the back, Morning Matcha, 24-3. And they continue on down the backstretch with Nature's Candy with an uncontested lead. A wall of horses chasing behind her. Jean Marie, Paco Bell, also Dancing on My Own, Eclair Blanc, and at the back, Morning Matcha, Dancing on My Own. She's dropping back just a bit. Nature's Candy, she holds that lead. Paco Bell sent up chase. She's in second, making her move now. Then it's Jean Marie. Eclair Blanc into the third spot. Morning Matcha, she's beginning to advance as well. Dancing on My Own has dropped back last. Nature's Candy has had it all her own way. Paco Bell trying to sustain that rally. Eclair Blanc, Morning Matcha making a big move as well as they go around the far turn. 48-1 for the half, and Nature's Candy taking them for a stroll. She hits the top of the stretch with the clear lead. Paco Bell continues to chase. Morning Matcha, Eclair Blanc trying to reel her in, and Nature's Candy, she has more left in the tank. She is opening up now. Nature's Candy has given them the slip on the front end with the 16th left, and Nature's Candy going to take it gate to wire.
Well, Nature's Candy out there, lone speed, and I heard a lot of the jockeys after the race, when they saw Andy just sitting there chilly, they knew they were in trouble because she had a lot left in the tank. And nice second place effort from Morning Matcha.
Right, came running at the end, but yes, never in doubt. Nature's Candy loose, wins by 6, a blowout in that contest.
We're going to go into Wednesday 7th. It's the inaugural Bucks County Sheriff's Classic, and our favorite is number 5, Tunisian Spring, John Kirby.
My man John Kirby in for the $75,000 price, and John is one of my favorite guys out there. Who doesn't love John
He's
Kirby?
fun to root for, but he's got to deal with Uncle Hebby's little brother, beyond expectations, coming off that DQ.
Yeah, that was such a disheartening DQ for the Reed family. They had 50,000, then they got 16, so they lost 34,000. We'll see if the brother to Uncle Hebby can get it done here.
Holy Synergy rushes up to join Beyond Expectations, and he takes over. Holy Synergy, Beyond Expectations, relaxes into second. That's Tunisian Spring. Tis inside. Willisau, Marvelous Mo. He's in fifth. And Alchemism, he is at the back. They head on down the backstretch, and Holy Synergy, he wants the lead, and he has it with a half mile to go. Holy Synergy, Beyond Expectations, moves a little bit closer. Then it's Willisau, clear third. Tunisian Springs, he's fourth. Then it's back to Marvelous Mo and Alchemism, 22-2. They go into the far turn, and Holy Synergy has given up the lead to Beyond Expectations, who sprints right clear. Beyond Expectations has taken over very easily. In second now is Willisau, Tunisian Spring. He's gotten the cue. He's moving into that third spot. Then it's Marvelous Mo, Alchemism under a drive at the back. And Beyond Expectations hits the top of the stretch with the lead. Tunisian Spring to the inside, trying to reel him in. Willisau spinning his wheels just a bit after that big move. Marvelous Mo. They're all trying to catch Beyond Expectations. Tunisian Spring, the main danger, coming up the inside. There's 16th left. Beyond Expectations fights on. Tunisian Spring in very tight, trying to come up the inside. Tunisian Spring, Beyond Expectations, and Tunisian Spring nails him.
And Tunisian Spring gets the win. Coming up the rail, Francisco Martinez. I thought Beyond Expectations ran great. And look out for the third place horse, Marvelous Mo. He fell to his knees at the start, and I thought ran on really well after that. So maybe someone to put in your digital stable for next time.
Yeah, another tough beat for Smart Angle and the Reeds and the whole crew that's involved with Beyond Expectations. But yeah, always nice to see John Kirby in a winner's circle, up by a head at the wire.
And of course, we did have a trophy presentation for the Bucks County Sheriff himself, Fred Horan, and I was here to get to talk to him, and so was Action News was here. Here was Sheriff Horan, and we just had the inaugural Sheriff's Classic. Tell us how special this is and why it's so important to be an event like this with the community and tie it all together.
Well, I think this was amazing when they offered to do the Sheriff's Classic. Obviously, we're in Ben Salem, where I spent 35 of my years, and I was here with Smarty Jones, when all that was going on. So it's kind of really cool to come back but Parx has always been a great partner especially for law enforcement and our community. So I'm excited. Hopefully we're going to have this every year now, and I want to do some partnerships with Parx to do some community outreach. We already do some things now, but this was amazing. And the fact that the horse and the owner were from Boston, one of my favorite cities. So I'm from New York originally, but and in Philly now, but I love Boston. So the owner said, man, I brought him some good juju, I guess. Very excited to be here again at Parx. I can't wait to do some more stuff. And it was just excited to be here in the winner's circle and just experiencing all this. It was a really, really cool day.
Well, it's great having his presence and all the great programs he talked about and his partnership with Parx.
And Dani, Action News, Dani Gibson. What's the deal?
I got to get the news out there. You'll see me running around town now with the Action News.
Did you get a stipend from Channel 6 or what? What's the deal?
Me and Bruce were having a lot of fun. Well, let's get to our national races, and this is a good one. Keeneland opened up. It's the Grade 1 Spinster Stakes. Big purse, $650,000. Torpedo Anna, former cotillion winner, horse of the year, heavy favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Deserving so. Won over $5 million. On our way to the Hall of Fame, and this is the final prep for the Breeders' Cup this day.
And Nitrogen, we've seen her come into such good form for trainer Mark Hasse, takes second choice.
Yeah, I'd say she's probably the leader in the clubhouse for top 3-year-old filly in the country. The other good 3-year-old fillies just didn't run so well here in the cotillion, but yeah, Nitrogen for Mark Hasse, always very good horse.
Here it is, a good addition of the Spinster.
It's up the backstretch they go, and Jen is the leader. Jen leads it by 3/4 of a length. Torpedo and a second between horses, the same margin. Nitrogen third up on the far outside by 3/4 of a length. Scylla is fourth back toward the inside. Then a gap of 4 more lengths back to Chilled, who continues to give chase but still last. 46.69 seconds was the time for the first half mile. Jen, Torpedo Anna 1-2 to the far turn. And then Nitrogen third up on the far outside. Scylla is still tucked away toward the rail. Now here's Nitrogen beginning to mount a bid. Wide again on the turn, but coming forward as there's just over a quarter mile to go. Jen the leader, Nitrogen to second, Torpedo Anna is third. Scylla's moving up to her inside as they turn for home at the Juddmonte Spinster. Jen to the inside and narrow lead. Nitrogen is right alongside. A gap of 3 more lengths. Scylla tries to pick up the leaders, but she's third. Torpedo Anna is beaten into the final furlong. Jen stubborn with the lead. Nitrogen is there. Scylla is third. A 16th to go. Jen, Nitrogen drifting out. Jen to the inside.
And Jen, huge win there, 18-1, and she looked great in the preliminaries. Great opening weekend up there for Brendan Walsh. Gate to wire. Let's talk about Torpedo Anna, because that was an unlikely performance for her, disappointing fourth. What's going on?
New rider, obviously Flavian Pratt, but had her in the perfect position. That's where she always is. She just didn't have it. And after the race, people were asking Ken McPeak, what's the deal? He says, look, we don't see anything wrong with her. They did a lot of exams during the week. It's not official, but it might as well be. Kenny was basically saying by the end of the week, this is her final race. She will not go to the Breeders' Cup, but you know what? She's on her way to the Hall of Fame. Hopefully she gets her trainer there with him. When she comes on the ballot in 5 years, I'm hoping Kenny is already in the Hall of Fame by that time.
Yeah, still great career for Torpedo Anna. She's been amazing to watch. And look, mares are funny when they decide, hey, I'm not going to go out there and give my best effort. I'm happy to just be around here in fourth. That's what they do. Obviously, no fault of the new rider, Flavian Pratt.
You know what happens sometimes, Dani, is these horses figure out, you know what? I'm going to get fed whether I run hard or not. Yeah. And they go, I've done all I need to do, and boy, has she ever. One of the greats of the 21st century. Love Torpedo.
Oh, we absolutely do. Well, let's keep it going at Keeneland. 2-year-olds and the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity. $650,000 on the line, a mile and 16th, and everybody's talking about heavy favorite Ted Nafi.
Yeah, for sure. Look, both races were sensational. The Hopeful was really good. The only question is 2 turns. Is it going to be the same as a sprint race? You don't know that until they try it, but boy, all the bloodlines are there. Spendthrift is in the middle of a wild weekend, as is Johnny V and Todd Pletcher.
And talking about trainer Kenny McPeak, who just had Torpedo Anna, he now has second choice favorite with Blackout Time. Time.
Yeah, Blackout Time is son of Not This Time, who might be the hottest sire not named Into Mischief in the country right now. I think Kenny's got a really good 2-year-old, and keep an eye on this horse. This could be a major player next year.
Okay, here it is, the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity.
Litmus Test against the rail leads it by a length and a half. Ted Noffey is second outward from the rail by a half length. Blackout Time is traveling along the inside in third. And then Big Dom nearly 5 lengths off the lead in fourth. A gap of 3 more back to Dicha Sete and Spice Runner last. 23.96 seconds was the time for that opening quarter. Here comes Ted Noffey, midpoint of the backstretch. Starts to draw alongside of Litmus Test. Litmus Test to the inside leads it by a half length. Ted Noffey is there up on the outside and second by a length. Blackout Time is third by a length as they go to the far turn. Big Dom is fourth, then a break of 7 more lengths. Back to Spice Runner on the outside of Dicha Sete. 48.23 seconds was the time for the first half mile. Midway on the final turn, it is Ted Noffey from the outside, Litmus Test toward the rail, and they're matching strides now with a quarter mile to go. A gap of 3 more lengths to Blackout Time, who tries to pick them up, but still third. Big Dom has lost ground. Dicha Sete fifth, Spice Runner last. Ted Noffey has taken control heading into the short stretch, but is chased by Blackout Time on the outside. 2 lengths between them. Ted Noffey with the lead. Blackout Time in second. And then Litmus Test in third. Ted Noffey now hits another gear.
And Ted Noffey just keeping his dominance, to me, stamping himself as the top 2-year-old right now racing.
97 buyer. I was very impressed with Ted Noffey because I thought Blackout Time ran great, and he kind of ran away from him in the stretch. What a weekend for Johnny V, Todd Pletcher, and Spendthrift Farm. Spendthrift won 4 at Keeneland, won another one out in California. And this is another son of the great Into Mischief, Danny, and also Into Mischief did last week was go over to $225 million in progeny earnings. That's number 1 all time. He just passed Tappet. This is going to be his 7th straight year as leading sire. And how about Spendthrift, right? They got this horse. They got Vacoma, who's the leading 3rd-year sire. They got Omaha Beach, who's the leading 2nd-year sire. And they have Yopon, who's the leading 1st-year sire. Spendthrift having a time down there in Kentucky.
They are, and those handsome boys are looking for cute mares to hang out with. Well, let's go out to California. Santa Anita, it's 2-year-olds in the Grade 1 American Pharaoh, a mile and 16th. And our favorite is Desert Gate. Of course, Bob Baffer always with a strong hand of 2-year-olds.
Who did we just mention? Omaha Beach. This is another son of Omaha Beach who was second to Brant in his most recent start. And Brant, of course, is the top Baffer 2-year-old.
Yeah, Christofferson taking second choice money.
Also Bob Baffert. This is a son of Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist.
Well, well-bred horses here. Here it is, the American Pharaoh.
Desert Gate hugs the rail and goes on to lead by a length and a half. Christofferson is in second, followed by Intrepido along the inside, and Civil Liberty is fourth, 3 lengths off the lead. Plutarch in a tad tight down at the rail, backs off now, 5th and 4 lengths off them and 4 clear of Balboa. They swing on to the backstretch. Desert Gate and Christofferson, the 2 favorites, heads apart as they head toward the half-mile pole in the American Pharaoh Stakes presented by DK Horse. In behind them, Intrepido is sharing third with Civil Liberty. Plutarch gets some breathing room and takes advantage of it. Plutarch all the way up to take third. It's a pretty big gap to Balboa, who has trailed throughout. Desert Gate comes to the 3/8 pole, leading by a half length over Christofferson in second. Intrepido, Plutarch along the inside, Civil Liberty, and Balboa's gotten closer now. 5 lengths covers the field as Christofferson puts his head in front with a 1/4 mile to go. Desert Gate comes right back for more. Desert Gate, Christofferson. Desert Gate has the lead at the top of the stretch. Is asked to finish the job by Juan Hernandez now and opens up 2 with 1 furlong to go. Here's Plutarch along the inside, trying to challenge him in second. Intrepido running a good race, 16th pole. It's Desert Gate. Plutarch on the inside, hugs the rail and just keeps coming at him. Plutarch on the outside. Intrepido erupts, and Intrepido.
And Jeff Mullins with a win here with Intrepido. Look at the jockey, Hector Barrios. He just won on Baeza here. Maybe we could see this team come out for the PA Derby next year.
Yeah, and this is a son of Maximus Mischief, who is maybe the greatest son at Sud right now now of Into Mischief. And of course, he raced here for Butch Reed and LC Racing and Chuck Zackney. He stands at Spendthrift too, of course. You can get involved with him next year for a mere $20,000. Danny, you want to breed one of your mares to Maximus Mischief?
I'd sure love to.
I would say this. I think the California team, that's the B team.
Yeah.
I think we watched the A team at Keeneland. I don't, unless it's Brand, who didn't run. He hasn't run since the Del Mar Futurity. I like Todd and the A team to win the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
I couldn't agree with more of you, Dick, and it's been so much fun watching these 2-year-olds and all these great races as we head into the Breeders' Cup. Well, it's time for us to take another break. We have lots more great racing, plus jockey and training of the week, and more coming up.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
All right, we're back on Let's Go Racing. It is time to see who got this week's Jockey of the Week here at Parx Racing. Congratulations to Kendry Rivera. This apprentice jockey is quickly making a name for himself at Parx with multiple wins this past week, making him our Jockey of the Week, sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. Now it's time to honor one of our trainers with Trainer of the Week. Congratulations, Guadalupe Preciado. This Hall of Famer had many thrilling wins this week, making him our Trainer of the Week, brought to you by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. All right, it's time for another great Turning for Home family photo. This is the twin sneakers. You can see him here with his adopter Ariel from Bon and Bin Stable. All their ribbons, and they're having so much fun going to some local horse shows and cleaning up.
You love those horse shows.
I do. All right, it's time for the best of the rest. We're going to Belmont Aqueduct for the Grade 1 Champagne 2-year-olds. Now keep your eye on the number 8, Napoleon Solo. We saw Chad Summers have dry powder here. Now he's got a nice 2-year-old.
He does. He's the 8. He's in front, and he's being chased by the 6. It's Our Time, who won that. Remember that maiden race at Saratoga, Danny, by 17 3/4. But Napoleon Solo is just going to run away, win by 6 1/2. Get a 94 buyer. Man, he looks like a contender for the Breeders' Cup, except Chad said he ran too fast. I think he's going to bounce. No Breeders' Cup for Napoleon Solo, nor for It's Our Time, who's going to be looking for a race in Kentucky.
All right, so we won't see these horses, but Chad Summers with some nice horses right now. And
for
where's
Al
the
Gold,
name from?
For my man Al Gold. You're way too young. For the man from U.N.C.L.E. Bruce and I remember that show. Napoleon Solo was a character in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Well, we like it. All right, we're going to go to Keeneland. It's the $1.25 million Coolmore Turf Mile.
Tarkle's the 9, and this is Will Walden and Irad Ortiz, 9-1. He's getting a dream trip here. Diego Velasquez, the big 7-5 favorite, does not fire at all. Tarkle's going to get home, not by a lot, but by enough, with Program Trading and Chad coming up for second.
Yeah, what a great addition to the Coolmore Turf Mile. Well, let's go to this week's PTHA Trophy Race. 2-year-old stretching out for the 1-mile distance, $50,000 purse. Concerno, named after a town in France, bounds out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of over in a hurry. I mean, Michael Sanchez loose, Gone wins by 7 at 15 to 1. Danny, did you have this horse at 15 to 1?
I did not, but I did catch up with winning trainer Mariah Montoya that did. And she said she rarely bets her horses, but she did today. And here's more with her. Congratulations, trainer Mariah Montoya. Really huge performance by Contarno. First time starter by Known Agenda. You have to be so impressed. Take us through his trip.
Well, you know, I told him to hustle him out of there. We were a little disappointed his first start. We thought it would be too short. We knew he's like almost 17 hands. When he broke on top, when he went to that first turn and I saw him reach up and take a hold, I said, this is over. Because he was working lights out in the morning.
Well, he's beautifully impressive. What could you dream with a 2-year-old like this?
Well, you know, he's a little immature, so I was glad we got this win over Parx Racetrack, and hopefully we can run, you know, at the end of the year, one of the stakes.
All right, Mariah Montoya with a nice 2-year-old. We're going to go to our final break, but a lot more great stuff coming up on Let's Go Racing right after this break.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Meemaw.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
All right, DJ and I are back on Let's Go Racing. We're going to talk about mile racing and what is going on today around the country.
Yeah, first at Keeneland today, the QE2, it's 3-year-old fillies on the grass, and we got Laura Lynn going for 6 for 6 for our man Kendrick Carmouche and Graham Motion. You also got Fian in there, who's a really good horse. But down at Laurel Park today, the Maryland Million, we love the Maryland Million. A lot of Parx horses. Maryland Million Turf Sprint, not a Parx horse, but we'll count Witty as a Parx horse. In the Lassie, we got Divine Intention for Tyler Service. We got Witchy Ness for Jamie Ness, of course. In the ladies, Precious Avery for Tim Shaw. And in the Classic, we have Feeling Woozy for Ness. Post Time is entered. I don't know if he's going to run. If he does, it's going to be hard to beat. And in the Sprint, Twisted Ride for Michael Moore.
Yeah, lots of Parx rooting interest down there. And jockey Abner Adorno hit a big milestone, career win 500. I talked to him. He thought he never could do it because he only rode sparingly in the beginning, and now he's riding professionally all over. And it was great. His family was out to celebrate. They had a sign, balloons, and just lots of love for Abner.
And for sure, and especially we just love that Abner is well, right? It was just a couple of weeks ago when he had that incident that I wrote about on Let'sGoRacingParx.com, where Michael Sanchez basically saved him, and you can still read that story. Check it out on the website.
And that's why these milestones are so important, because this is such a hard job, and he knows he takes nothing for granted, and these jockeys work so hard as our horsemen do. So great to just celebrate when they have these wins.
Who do you like in Parx picks this week, Danny?
Oh, well, my heart is with your pick, but we're going to take a look at Monday's 7th race. I'm going to go with the Jamie Ness horse, Devil's K.
Jamie Ness. Have you noticed one thing about this horse, Danny, that I don't like? 35 starts, 3 wins, 10 seconds. Very irritating. I don't like horses that run second. Jackson Road for me, Pewter Stable, Kate DeMassey, just solid all around. That's me. Jackson Road, mark it up.
And he had a horrible trip last time, and he gets Francisco Martinez, that's just such a patient rider. My heart's rooting with Jackson Road, but I did pick Devil's K. We have Hall of Fame Day coming up. We have 3 great new inductees, Favorite Tale, Cash is King, and Ed Simon, and of course the MP Bolezi Appreciation Mile. This is all taking place Tuesday, October 21st.
And then the next day, we have the 2 stakes races. We mentioned that Aoife's Magic is they're planning to have her in one of them. Can't wait for those 2 days here in a couple weeks.
So October 21st and then followed up by October 22nd. Lots of great things to look forward to right here at Parx. Well, that wraps it up. It was a fabulous show. Thanks for catching DJ and I, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the ray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.